Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1955 Royal Quiet De Luxe vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Color is charcoal. It's got a glossy finish. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And this is the paper bail that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers and a scale. Margins are magic margins, so on each top corner you have a button and you just put the cursor where you want the margin and then push the button. It magically sends the margin to that spot. If you want it closer to the edge, you push and hold the button and then push the carriage to the edge where you want it. I want it on 0, so that's about 0. Same concept with the right side. If you want it in the middle, you just put the cursor where you want it and then push the magic margin on the top right there, and it magically sends the margin to that spot. If you want it closer to the edge, you hold the carriage release, which is behind the knob, and the magic margin at the same time, and just drag it over. And that's where I want it, right there, for maximum clearance. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit the slide space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch forward. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Let's move it all the way to the left to that red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. When you move it all the way over to the white indicator, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. We're going to move that all the way over to the left to print the bottom portion of the ribbon. Absolutely beautiful. Legendary typewriter, made in the USA. One of the most popular typewriters ever sold, and it has unique font specific to this brand, this model here. It's called Bookface. It prints 10 characters per inch. Very pretty. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to flip this down and put the color back on black. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the left side. Very good. Tab on the right. Right now, this has a manual tab set. So tabs are set at 10 space intervals. You can access that actually from the front by just flipping the panel back, and you can move these manually. There's a scale back here to tell you exactly what space you're on, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs. And when you hit the tab button, it just stops at each one of those. And if you're not using them, you can just move them all the way over to the right. Margin release. You get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button. It does allow you to go all the way to the end. Looks like we're already at the end. So let's move the margin closer to that. So now it's blocked, and you hit that margin release button. There you go. Now it works. Open the hood with this little button here. Pops open almost like an automatic. Pretty cool. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction, there's a switch right here above the touch control. Flip it to the left, it'll pull counterclockwise to the left. Push it to the right, it pulls clockwise to the right. And here's your touch control. You got to kind of push it to the front and then move it to where you want it. It goes all the way up to 9. This just adds tension to the keys when you hit the keys, so you do have to hit them a little harder when it's on high tension, but they respond faster. So I like it on low myself. I'm not a writer. Carriage release behind each knob. Super smooth. Very nice condition typewriter. Carriage release on the left. Very smooth. If you push this button in, it disables the spacing when you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go. You get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. Same concept with this lever here. You flip it forward, it disables the spacing. You flip it back, you get the clicks. And this is your carriage lock. You flip that down and then move the carriage to the middle. It'll lock your carriage. To unlock it, you just flip it up like that. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.